Well, hello, everyone. I have something to say, and I'm saying this because you need to know. Ever since I was a little girl, things just didn't add up. I seen things when I was little. They think I don't remember, but allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Things come out you don't like, so be it. It's my story. I seen things when I was little that I should not have saw. I've seen remarkable things happen too, and I've seen disaster. Every time I rise to be me, things would happen to me. I noticed that. Even that it doesn't matter where I was. As I grew up, I thought this was just like a fake. One day I came home. One day I called my mom and I said, I was at work. And a lot of people, babies passed away, allegedly, entertainment purposes. They was in the the ICU, the baby unit. And there was a whole bunch of babies that passed away, but I knew it before it happened. I knew it. They were leaving. And they were floating around saying goodbye, smiling at their moms while they were in recovery, saying, "Bye, Mama. I'll be back. You'll see me again." And as these babies were floating down the hall, it kind of scared me. I was like, I called my mom, my family, and I told them. They can lie and say what, but if they were replaced, they won't know this story. Also, allegedly, and this is allegedly, entertainment purposes only. One day there was a lady, child, something happened to somebody's child, and I told her, see, I warn people before things happen, but they don't listen. And then that night came. This child committed suicide, allegedly. I felt real bad, but there was nothing I could do at that point because they weren't listening. See, people weren't listening to me then, allegedly, and then people think that everything in my gifts is a joke. Nothing's a joke about me. I'm an earth angel. I just didn't know it at that time. One day, another time I was a little kid, I used to remember ghosts used to just go down the hall and rearrange the whole furniture in the house. And I kid you not, everything was moved forward and they asked me, did I do it? And I looked at them. No. Because I came in there and there was one saying to me, I know you're up. I can see that you're up. You can open your eyes. And I wouldn't open my eyes because I knew what was behind, what was in front of me was taunting me to see them. Somebody that protects me. At the time, I didn't know they were my protectors. But I was just like, I don't want them to know I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want them to acknowledge that I was looking. And I didn't want them to keep flying and throwing stuff around my house and moving furniture. But anyway, that's just some of the things that happened when I was a child. There's more things. Also, to this day, something happened in the house. See, my parents, my mom sold the house allegedly. And something happened in that house where I grew up at. A man was saying his wife was cheating or something. It's probably on record somewhere because I know it is. A man was saying his wife was cheating. But see, the thing is, people didn't know. I'm not the only one that's gifted in my family. There was somebody else that said it before it even happened and didn't reach out to this person. You know what that man did to this woman in front of the kids? And trigger warning, he took this lady's head off right in front of the children. in the house that I was raised in. He went mad in his house for some reason. Okay? So I'm going to leave that alone. So I just want to tell you a few stories. I walk away from something and I leave a place, things get real creepy because I'm a protector as I'm there. My energy is shielded from all demons. They'll try to attack me, like the house that every house I lived in, they tried, but they can't attack me because they know my guardians was in there. I used to hear boom, boom, boom. They was in there fighting and stuff. I'll never forget it. My guardians will beat that ass. And then they was in there beating ass. And they do it in this house all the time. My guardians don't play about me. Energetically, spiritually, you come up in here, you get an ass whooping because you ain't got no jurisdiction. I'm guarded. And I'm guarded by some giants. And I'm guarded by some, man, I don't even want to say it. But every place I've been, these people end up being my guards. From I was a child, from when I don't know them back in the day, my great-grandma, when they stole chickens on the dark side, honey, my grandmas were light. And my great-grandmas, they worked for slave traders back in the day. See, it was black and white mixed. They used to sleep with us, allegedly. And so back in the day, my grandma was such, man, this lady, stole chickens. She brought them chickens back because she knew. And she had to apologize, and she brought more chickens back, and she had to pray that she get forgiveness. Because my grandma, they totally different on one side. The goon side is different. You can't go spiritually messing with me. I keep telling people, but they don't listen. Because I got something over here to prove it. I know people playing in my energy. I'm looking at it right now. But, it's not about playing in here because I have no... And then people want me to be bitter. I am not bitter, and I am not ashamed of my life. But I also want to tell y'all something. Remember this. When you allegedly, entertain purpose only, adopt children sometimes, back in the day, they would take them off places and they would do magic on them and they would scare them and they would ask them to give them permission to come in their vessel because they were scared. They were babies, and they would go in these babies and put demons in them and they would stay dormant until they activate them. And when they activate them, they get them to doing strange things. They be stinky and you can't get the stench off. And they had a stench in their attitude. There was trouble kids and they was in too young. Sexual encounters happened. They was, doing things at a young age that they should not do. And that's because there's entities on them. See, when you adopt children, remember this, a word of advice, have a soul's cleansing of them children. Because if you go check them children, a lot of children have entities on them because of their past. It could be their parents or something that happened centuries ago, that a curse the curse got to be broken to lift off of these children because they're weighing, sad to say, you're wearing what your parents, your ancestors, what they did in the past, it reflects back on you. See, I paid my karma off, but I end up doing that. And I should have known to get a soul's cleansing because after that, things got a little difficult and things start to happen in my home. And I know where it ends up now because they wanted them to sell their soul completely as they got older, and they did it because they got afraid and they were frightened and they did crimes, and so they forced them into doing it. So when you don't sell your soul, they don't protect you in the system because they're in the system too, allegedly. So when they're in the system, the judge will lock you up just because they told them to, the secret societies and shit. They pay them off, allegedly. But this is going to go off, and I'll make a part 2. Like, share, subscribe.